Right, welcome back, and back to you, Dr. Bagnied. And when the president spoke about the role of the media, he was very keen that the media should be exposing achievements made by the state, and I'm just quoting him. He said, "We cannot allow anyone to manipulate our young and tell them no development is happening. Our young should see for themselves."
That's a good idea.
And hence came this campaign you were speaking about before we start with our second report, the Armed Forces campaign of see for yourself.
It's important.
Yes, indeed. So how do you view that?
We know seeing is believing. There's a proverb says that. When you see something, you will believe in it. But if you hear about it, people talk about it, you will not believe it until it's in front of your eyes. People would like to make sure what is happening is the truth, not a rumor. So when they go for themselves and see what we are doing here and there, they can believe it. Once they are believed, again, you have motivation and you have all the support. Okay, why don't we go ahead and help in our country, building the country? So it's very important. As simple as that. I'm not taking something when I say this is, see for yourself. You don't believe me? Go.
Yes.
This is the sure way. Seeing is believing. I believe in that proverb. So the youth should go, in trips. And I think they started to do that. Schools maybe, and others. We ourselves, we have to go to see ourselves. But sometimes the action speaks louder than words. When you look to the bridges here and there, all over Egypt. We have now a very good communication system tying Egypt, I'm not saying Cairo, tying Egypt together. Look at the highways that we have. Not only one, competing with I would say the latest. I remember when we're going to Mehwar, the acts, to 6th of October, I started to see that we have also almost 8 lanes like the United States. That will save the time. And then if you don't have this, you have the Daba road to go back, back and forth. I'm talking from my experience because this is my work is in 6th of October. And I'm here, in Cairo, the beginning in Zamalek area or whatever. But you can move. You can move back and forth. At the beginning, it was a problem. But once you have a kind of suffocation, you started to enlarge and make the road much more. And if this is not working, you have other loops here and there so that you can go.
Yes, indeed. And there are many developmental projects that take place,
ones.
Particularly, yes, roads and highways and bridges and yes,
that connects Egypt.
The infrastructure, but also many of the mega projects, the industrial one, the agricultural one.
That's the big one.
Yes, indeed. So, from your point of view, the national media has a great role to play in
exposing, showing.
Yes, and of making this story of success just exposed to the whole world. Now, the projects or the mega projects are being inaugurated on air, and this only happens in Egypt.
It's good that you see. Let me tell you something. What is good about the Nile TV? You're using the language. You're having this internationally. So people outside Egypt, Egyptians living abroad, they can see that. When they come, they say, is this Egypt? It makes every 6 months you have a change in Egypt. So visitors coming, they said, oh, it's always changing, developing. So you like to hear that we are progressing. So, but by showing this by television and moving here and there, telling people what to do if you're going to Sahel or whatever, in advance they will tell you have to take this road, you have this, and some instructions here and there. We used to have very few roads in order to move, but today I think we're thankful for that. At least communication.
Yes, infrastructure has really contributed to the sustainable development of Egypt's Vision 2030. If I get back to the media coverage and how it contributes to clarifying the efforts that were exerted, the cause, the challenges that were met in order to be able to achieve what we have achieved. How do you view media? How do you view how is the media
acting?
Exactly.
This is the main role of media, to show, to express, to to motivate, to create awareness, among other things, of course. So the mass media, if you're staying at home, they will tell you, do not take this axe because it's broken or something like that, take this one. You always have alternative, and the media is showing you by taking the camera and going. And before the project is being finished, you know, they show you the step-by-step development in the project. Like, for instance, the bridge of the 15th of May, yes, going to Axe Road or going to 6th of October. They are working day and night, winter and summer, all seasons. So, and they're working very hard to finish. I mean, in just 1 week, if you do not go on that road, next week you go, you find more development. So they are working very hard to finish and accomplish this, like the monorail, for instance. This is something we're talking about. But monorail, I mean, I've seen it when I was in Malaysia. I said, this is a dream. And then the dream is here. It's very close to you. Maybe about a year or so, they will finish it. It's a huge project. Takes time, takes money, and takes people to make a propaganda for it so that they know how much it is important to have the uniting Egypt together in communication. This is very important.
Technology also is very important in terms of, or what I mean here. We're speaking about media, so we have to speak about media with all its branches. The broadcast one, the radio, the social media. And those have different effects. So how do you view the contribution of all that together in, or how should that come in parallel at the same time?
As long as you expose the truth to the people, there will not be kind of rumors here and there. Maybe you have to cut rumors at the very beginning. Showing is believing, as I said at the very beginning of this talk. People would like to see for themselves what is happening. Media is playing its role. You take the camera, people go and shoot this and show the people, this is happening now.
Social media. Social media, which makes people even contributors.
Nowadays, you find I mean, just open one social media and you will drag lots of them. Everybody's talking almost about the same topic, you know, maybe categorized, you know, something. When you're talking about what is happening in Egypt, for instance, some people in the United States, even Egyptians who are living here, and they are amazed by this is social media, amazed by the progress here. They talk about it. So maybe when you hear it from somebody who is living outside this country and talking, said, I went to Egypt and I found a different Egypt, which is good on the plus side.
When the president spoke about manipulation, and he warned of that the media should be paying attention to this, should be warning, should be really exposing the truth in order for our youngsters not to get manipulated or disinformed, or how important is that, and what or in which way should we be doing that?
Direct.
What do you mean by direct?
I mean, tell the truth. Today, for instance, but Egyptian television is doing that. Today, they inaugurated this kind of bridge. Today, we inaugurated this project, and they tell you.
But that already is being done. However, there are some misleading information that would...
Now, if you have a misleading social media, you have to answer to this right away, to kill the rumor if there is a rumor going on. This is number one when you teach communication. I mean, when you teach mass communication, you have to tell them, if there is a rumor going on, the best way to do it is just to kill it at the very beginning, to talk about the truth. You have to go and tell the people, this is what is being said, and the truth is, and show them. It ends.
Dr. Magda, we are in the era of digital
media,
digital technology at large. But of that is the digital media. And it's a double-edged weapon.
If you use it wrong.
This is what I'm speaking about.
Sure.
How can we really...
You cannot control it. You can't control it. All you have to do is to understand the method and then to combat this method by proving again. Because you have a mind against another mind. Two powers here. If you do not clarify, if you do not understand the new technology, then you're lagging behind. So you do not need people only to know in communication as simple as that, but they need to go a further step. Technology itself, and how sometimes you can fake some pictures, and sometimes you can fake even, remember when they were talking about banking and exchanging money using, electronics and things like that. You have to know what is taking place. You have to get people who are specialized, who understand, to expose this. Maybe if I'm not in the field today, now, and know the steps, you're behind. So you need people to know what is the latest, and they have to answer that. By figures, by numbers. People believe very much in statistics and figures and numbers. You have to show that to the people.
From your point of view, what could be a kind of relationship or integrated relationship among different institutions and the media, all on his own side, and among or in a way that we can really deliver to the citizen the right information?
You're doing your best, you're delivering the information.
I'm
but
not
if it gets,
speaking about just us, but the media at large, and I'm speaking about the media. So
the media is changing, of course. We're going into technology. Nowadays, there is not only certain departments that you can teach. Today you have visual communication, and you have all things that could take place. When you see it, you believe in it, and it's a fake thing. So if you do not understand how to use it and to explain it, people will be fooled.
Indeed.
So knowledge, information, and to be up to date. That's my opinion. I did not tell you that I studied everything. No. You have people who have started in the field and proceeding, and you do not have to stop, because it develops every day and very quickly. Technology is developing very quickly. You have to know what is happening outside, the technology and the science of it. Master it, and then you can answer all. We're doing our best. People are doing their best in their field. But you have to know that there is technology beyond today. That's my personal, simple idea of it.
It's completely right. You're completely right, and that's what we should be doing at this upcoming stage. Unfortunately, my time is out.
Yes.
Dr. Magda Bagnied, Professor of Media Communication, thank you so much for being with us today.
You're most welcome. It's a pleasure to come to Nile TV.
Always a pleasure to have you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Dear viewers, many thanks for watching. Tomorrow will be another important topic with another colleague. Good night.